evening, fellow JCI members. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about the topic, Speak Up, for there's a message in your voice. Some people sound so loudly you can hear them from Lake Majori, while others speak so low you can hardly try to hear what they're trying to say. Still others speak so fast by the time they're up there, so back here trying to understand what they're saying, and it's just too fast, you can't even get anything. And oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Then there are others that speak so slowly and so boring. You just want to say to them, get to the point already. But whatever pace or tone, we all have a message in our voice. Growing up as a child, I was the last born. Coming from my culture, it meant that you were last in everything. You're last to speak, you're last to dish out food, you're last to take a shower, because the firstborn has to do first things, and then you need to do it last. So it meant that every time we were going to functions, I would always be late because I was the last born. So I realized that my voice was taken by my culture in that respect. And I took that mindset to school that I'm last in everything. So you'd find that when I go to school, the teacher asks a question, even if I know the answer, I would whisper the answer. Then someone with a louder voice than me would shout it out, get it right, and get the star of the award. So I would miss out on a lot of things because I told myself that I'm last. I remember I went into a mode of self-sabotage. There was a time when we were doing the swimming gala, and I was an excellent swimmer at school, at least when we were primary school. So on this day, it was a swimming gala. We started doing the race, and I knew that I could easily be number one. I heard the people shouting and doing a chant like, come on, Epi, come on, Epi. I could listen to them and look at them while I was swimming, and they were saying, come on, you're getting there. Just as I was about to get to the finish line, I looked up, and my opponent was just behind me. All I needed to do was to reach out a few inches, and I would have got it. But what did I do? I told myself that I was last, remember? It means you're last in everything. How can you possibly win this gala when you're last? So with the self-sabotage, I slowed down and I allowed the other person to beat me. Everyone was so disappointed, including myself. And I knew I could do better. But because of my mindset, I had told myself that I am last. All that changed one day when I went to a school camp. They told us that very first night, you need to get up, talk about all your hopes and dreams, and no one is going to bed until you tell us about yourself. So I thought, oh my gosh, what can the last one say? But when I got up, I was surprised that everybody was listening to what I had to say. I thought, how come they're listening to what I, the last person, has to say? This gave me hope, it gave me encouragement, it gave me confidence. When I felt this, I projected my voice and I lifted up my chest and I started speaking with confidence. And from that day, everything changed. That camp really gave me a lot of encouragement. So I went back to school, I went back home with that mindset that I have a message in my voice. So tonight I want to encourage each and every one of you, whether you're a fast speaker, a slow speaker, a high speaker, a low speaker, we all have a message in our voice. Today, I encourage people to find their voice and be able to speak it with confidence. So I'm challenging you tonight. I know that each and every one of you have a purpose and you have a message in your voice. Speak up, for there is a message in your voice. Thank
you. Wow. Professional one. I mean, how can you do a feedback? I mean, the feedback will be about what to copy or what to be inspired by. I mean, okay, so feedback here is more feedback really to underline what was really great, basically.
Or maybe questions
inspiring.
to say how can we get there, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why I was saying that Epi and Sarah must perform, because we will see the ideal thing, so we will get to know more tricks and tips by ourselves, by watching. That's why I was telling that they have to perform today. That's why. That's all.
Yeah. Also speaking is about doing.
Because I didn't see you speaking.
Not yet. Okay, what were remarkable things she did that you can eventually use or
When she was aligning her voice with the way
Yeah.
she's describing, with the description of the speech, she was saying hi or hello or fast, 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 fast or slow and boring. It was so captivating. Yeah, it was very good. And keep reminding us that she is the last one. She is the last one.
Yeah.
She is the last one, and she's taking us with her to her journey. And we started to imagine every time she has to get to stand by the bathroom door and wait for her siblings to get out and try to knock, and she will never knock because she knows they will shout at her. That's she gave us the whole journey. I think for me, marvelous.
and I mean she used as she said she was using a lot images, so it was not material, just from personal experience and images. Okay, so I don't know what to say more. As in the speech, Al Pacino, I don't know what to say really. Okay, do you have any other feedback, comments?
The
Yeah.
underlining message was really nice. First, she was okay, you know it. The people who talk too slow and too quick, like okay, it's not good. But then afterwards, in your final, you said okay, if you speak loud or softly, it's all good. Everyone has the message, and that was really beautiful. That she took something that she said okay, it's not so good, to something very wonderful.
It was like it was a kind of provocation to get the
Yeah.
attention also. Yeah, it was technically very very interesting. Okay, so I would say that I will listen. I will be there for the last one when I need really to pack things and go.